The Prospector's Compass. Sonia and Winston stared out at the gray London skyline, the city that had claimed 30 years of their lives. The glass and steel of the boardroom felt more like a cage than a symbol of success. 30 years, Win, Sonia sighed, and what do we have? A pension pot and a persistent drizzle in our souls. Winston nodded, turning a pen over and over. I want to build something, son. Something real. Something of our own, back home. The dream took root. Not just a return, but a venture. They would take their corporate savvy and invest it in the rich earth of Africa. Mining. It felt elemental, powerful. But the continent was vast, a mosaic of possibilities. We can't just throw a dart at a map, Winston said, tracing the coastline with his finger. We need knowledge. We need an expert. Their search led them to Dr. Akili, a renowned geologist whose office was a library of the Earth itself. Maps covered the walls, and rock samples gleamed under lamplight. Dr. Akili, a woman with eyes that held the wisdom of ancient lands, listened patiently. So, she said, a warm smile spreading across her face, you want to know about the continent's true treasures. Dr. Akili began her tour of the continent's wealth. Look at Senegal, she said, pointing to the map, rich in phosphates, but also gold and zircon. Then Sierra Leone, a powerhouse of iron ore, diamonds, titanium, and bauxite. Togo, too, has its share of phosphates and gold. Her finger traced the Horn of Africa. Somalia is complex. It has gemstones and salt, but vast, undeveloped deposits of gypsum, gold, and iron. Sudan is a giant of gold, while South Sudan holds the petroleum. And Tanzania, she paused, her eyes twinkling, is a treasure chest of gold, diamonds, and the unique, beautiful tanzanite. Further south, Dr. Akili continued, the riches are legendary. Zambia is a king of copper and cobalt, with stunning emeralds. Zimbabwe holds platinum, gold, lithium, and diamonds. And then there is South Africa, with its vast reserves of platinum, chromium, gold, and diamonds. Not every nation is a mineral giant, she explained. The beautiful Seychelles has resources limited to construction materials like clay and stone. Uganda has gold and significant oil reserves, along with copper and cobalt. And places like Tunisia and Western Sahara are known primarily for their vast phosphate deposits. The information washed over them, a torrent of potential. The gray London boardroom felt a million miles away. This was real, tangible. The weight of 30 years in England began to lift, replaced by the gravity of a monumental decision. Each country was a story, each mineral a promise. They returned to Dr. Akili's office, their minds buzzing. Thank you, Winston said, his voice filled with sincere gratitude. This is more than we could have hoped for. Dr. Akili nodded. Remember, she said gently, the minerals are only part of the story. The true wealth is in the people and the respect you give to the land. Choose a place that speaks to your spirit. As Sonia and Winston stepped back out onto the street, the world looked different. The London sky seemed a little brighter, the air less heavy. They didn't have an answer yet, but they had a map of possibilities, of minerals, and of a future they would build with their own hands. Their real work, the journey home, was just beginning.